Yep.
We'll just have to wait and see what they do end up picking.
Mars?
Holy
Io.
Io.
Okay.
The
Bringing
IO
back
is
the
coming
IO.
out.
Doing some TI drafts.
Love this. So
That's where most teams have been picking Pengo against the Mars. I wonder if T1 just snap it up. They're kind of more greedy with their offlane though. They like to pick it later in the draft, which is where maybe they don't go Pengo.
I don't think their supports tend to that, right? They usually play like Treants and Crystal Maidens and Dawnbreakers and whatnot.
But it is interesting because the game that we saw T1 earlier in the week, or the series earlier in the week for T1, in game number 2, they actually picked up Mars and IO. So now Motivate.Trust have taken that from them.
Who doesn't play Mars and
Okay,
IO?
also true. Well, at least Mars. At least Mars.
Yeah,
Mars
no.
is definitely a staple. The IO, though,
Yeah.
we really
Yeah,
haven't seen too often.
Mars is most picked before today, and then I think I've seen like 5 Marses today. Yeah. I've cast 5 games, and I'm pretty sure Mars was in at least 4 of them, and I want to say 5 of them.
He's just
That's
so
a lot of
big and
Mars.
strong.
No, and nobody bans it here. It's everyone. Actually, no. Actually, it was ban one game. That's a lie. It was ban one game, but it is. Yeah.
Mars is great. I know T1 as well are a really nice team with it because they actually put it mid. Like a lot of teams will pick the Mars and be like, yeah, we can flex it, but they never flex it. It always goes into the off lane. But yeah, T1, you know, Cuckoo with his greedy last pick off lanes. Yeah, they actually give Carl the Mars. So like, this is yours. Enjoy.
And this is Kuka's way of making sure they get to last pick and off laners. They just pick their carry rather than that. I mean, you often pick a carry or mid with that pick.
Yo, we gotta get hype. Yo, this is a 23 Savage Morphling pick.
Oh my goodness,
my-
Sheepo. Tell me why I'm so excited for it.
Because he is the best Morphling player in the entirety of Southeast Asia. This is my fact that I have decided. But no, I think it is pretty widespread. This man is an absolute god tier beast on the hero. To pick it this early is a display of confidence, the likes of which we have never seen before, but maybe once, I think.
That I cannot recall in my short-term
It definitely
memory.
didn't happen yesterday.
It didn't have that's
Or
true.
the day before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Palos definitely didn't first phase a Morphling for his captain.
Yep, 100%. So I'm hype. I love that. That's really that's very hype. But I think Morano's response is a little bit interesting to me in the sense that it's not hard lockdown for a Morphling. It's more for the lane they've picked the Morano up. The ability to spear into an arrow is like pretty free in lane for like kills and such.
Why do you think Motivate ended up allowing this Doom to come through, not ban it, knowing that T1 obviously did quite well with that last game? Was it just they don't actually fear it, or they felt it didn't work in their lineup?
I'm thinking they let it through because they have IO this time, which is an ability to save and heal through the Doom.
Yeah.
Wraithing's also been allowed through as well as a response pick to Doom.
Yeah, they wanted to ban the harder counters to Morphling. So the 3 heroes they banned, Disruptor AM particularly, heroes Morph doesn't want to play against. And they know how much they love to play Disruptor on Motivate.Trust. Yeah, I think this is a good adjustment because most teams have been running, when you see IO Mars, you're expecting that duo to go the offlane together, and they say, nope, we're going to pick this Mirana. As soon as that Morphling came out, IO Mars is, like, you want a 4 position that has way more damage output. So that's where the Mirana, it's a nice kind of adjustment to do the IO safe lane, which we've seen a lot less of.
Yeah, I like it a lot more. I remember talking to someone a very long time ago, some person who was good at Doa. They said that IO is really nice in the safe lane because you have more room to chase. When you have like an aggressive carry, like Wraithing with the stun, there's like more room in the lane for you to like run, chase down, and that like brings a lot of strength to him. Because you know, when you're able to buff up a hero like Wraithing, like that hurts. It's hard for offlaners to fight into it. Ooh, a Death Prophet. This is a fast draft. I feel like we were just talking about the opening phase.
I was just about to comment on that. I was like, this has to be one of the fastest drafts ever. In fact, Motivate.Trust haven't even touched their reserve time.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, slow down.
This is insane.
Yeah, I guess this is 2 teams that are prepared for each other then, especially after game 1. They're like, yeah, they'll pick this, we'll pick this, it'll be free. God, what are they even missing? So they have team fight, they have a scaling carry, they have lockdown, heal, save.
Probably need a mid, but maybe not.
Yeah, but what do they want from a mid? That's pretty nice.
Okay.
That's a vessel buyer.
Because the draft is so fast, though, I'm going to give you guys the time to relax.
Okay.
And we're going to go through. We're going to start with the Motivate.Trust. How do you like it all rounded up? And then we'll go over the T1 draft.
Alright. I think they got a lot of buffs for their Wraithing. Like, this is going to be a big Jackie Wraithing with the IO and the Alacrity and so on and so forth. They have good team fight combos with the Arena and Invoker spells. Yeah, it looks good to me.
It's very much comfort too, because like Jackie Wraith King, they were first phasing Wraith King at the start of the DPC. It's their bread and butter carry. Q's Morana's is like most played support as well over the past year or so. So it's very much comfort picks. It's solid. Like I don't think they've been outdrafted by any means. And at the same time, I think T1 got most of what they want. The greedy offlaner for Cuckoo. They're gonna be looking to play that slower, more farm-oriented game. Come online and around the time that Doom gets BKB Blink, Morphling gets maybe a second item. That's when they want to fight. So actually, it's gonna be a mid Doom. This is something T1 also do. So that's a nice little adjustment. I kind of like that.
And knowing where all of these are going, where do you put your predictions? Your very highly valued
Okay.
caster
Let me be wrong
analyst
first.
predictions.
Okay.
Where do you put them?
Personally, I think Invoker Quaswex with the Vessel is really strong in this game because they're playing a slower lineup. I think it's hard for Morphling and DP. They're both heroes that rely on healing. I think playing into Vessel is really hard for them. So I think it's mostly here on the Mars and the Invoker to link up and fight and get kills together.
And GoDz, what about you? Where do you put yours?
I would lean T1 just because of the way they swap the mid and the offlaner. I think that means they're not waiting for this offlane Doom to get a bunch of farm. They have an offlane Death Prophet that can get more active early on, and the Death Prophet pressures Wraith King much better than a Doom does. So I like it's very slightly favorite T1, but I think both drafts are solid.
Well, you know what? Two other things are really, really solid. You guys are so
Hell yeah.
solid. I
Yeah?
think you should cast the game in
You
a
think?
special limited edition GoDz and Sheep cast. I think you two should take it away.
Really?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I don't really want to.
Is that because you don't want to cast a game, or because of who you're here with?
I just feel like we
Can we
shouldn't
talk
bring
about this?
this little homeless man we brought in to cast the games now. It's
All
like
right, well,
he's
we gotta
really
talk
climbing
about
up the
what's
ranks.
happening on screen. Oh, there's a first blood potentially here. Cuckoo has been found in the wrong place, but they've already used the stun and the bramble. Gonna bail him out.
Okay. Dude, it's so hard, like, combining all your thoughts into, like, a quick 3-minute draft, that felt like. But now we have this nice long game
Yeah.
to talk about everything. Ooh!
You've got 30 to 40 minutes potentially.
30 to
so
40 minutes,
I don't
so
know.
long.
you wanted
run-
more time. We gave it to you.
I've
Sheep.
run out of things to say. I don't
so the 30 seconds at the end of the draft was enough then. Is what we're learning.
Okay. So, say one step at a time. We're currently going for the runes.
How do you like the new quadruple strength gauntlet build that I've seen now twice today? It was triple for a while, and they're going the next level.
I'm losing my mind. This is like the greed that I look at and then I try and replicate, and then my 4 is like, I don't want to give you any regen.
No, take it. You do this dumbass build. I'm not giving you a single thing. No?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's okay because usually like it makes you so tanky that you can have like a little bit of nice trading and you don't tend to be in any immediate threat where you need like a salve or tangos running, because you bring it out immediately, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not like a total piece of garbage. You do bring your own regen like as the lane starts, and it arrives when you're starting to need it. I think it just makes your trades a little bit nicer, especially they are like laning this Mars with Io, even though they are. Look at them. They're both throwing top tier. We were talking about the nice synergy between Mirana and Mars, but they're actually just running Io top.
Mirana's safe lane. Because I'm kind of with you. What you were saying, how the IO chasing potential in the safe lane can be nice. I feel like that's not so much the case. Mirana, it's not bad, but it's not great.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I don't.
There's
Maybe they
one.
just feel like Mars is just way more oppressive with Io, because that is true. Like, I think most really good Morphling players, and 23 Savage is a really good Morphling player, they're able to like react to the swing of the animation of a spear on like Mars and get the strength off. So while you're going to be like heavily pressured by getting speared into arrowed, it's much harder to deal with just like a constant pressure of like Io overcharging your Mars and just getting hit.
Yep. Well, now that 4 gauntlet build makes a bit more sense when there's. I mean, it seems to make sense regardless, but
Yeah.
We'll see. It feels like wherever Mirana goes, that's like the kill lane. Mirana's a hero that wants to get kills in lane, and they probably looked at where the squishy hero is going. That's in this case offlane Death Prophet, Dark Willow. Probably feeling like Morphling and Doom are harder kills to get. But
Yeah, Mirana's going to be able to just trade and harass a little bit more effectively in that lane bot. Because Death Prophet is an annoying one. I remember there was a game we covered yesterday with the DP offlane, and I was like, man, this is such an outdraft. And the DP was actually extremely oppressive in lane against like something like I think it was an Ursa, yeah. So maybe Mirana's just something to just help protect Wraith King a little bit more.
Okay. Well, we'll get ourselves in the game. Cuckoo's reconnected, changed his internet, and ready to go.
Noise.
Oh, doing Mr. Creep on the tower. It's
That's
over.
GG. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be that Io Mars lane. Whitemon just trying to do what he can to chip away at the Io. Alright, we'll see how this lane goes.
This is definitely a lane where you want to keep it as far up as possible for T1 close to their tower. I think as soon as it's anywhere near Motivate.Trust tower, it's like you're getting the double healing from the IO tether with the tower regen, and as well the fact that Morphling just like won't be able to approach the wave. It's actually impossible. He just can't. Because usually the trade with Morphling goes that you try and trade with him, and then you get really low health, and then you feel really bad, and Morphling just like, you know, whatever, morphs back down, one's up or whatever, and then he's fine. But yeah,
he uses one Tango and he gets like 300 health out of it or more.
yeah.
I mean, he gets health just by going full Agi into full strength. He's like gaining health through passive regen. And plus the tower regen. Yeah, like you say, if T1 keep the lane back, you're getting that tower regen as well, which is where Morph really shines.
Yeah, maybe their like play right now is to just try and shove it under that tower and then get a pull off on the hard camp. I don't think it's blocked. I do see a sentry like near it.
Looks like it's, yeah, maybe Whitemon's been,
Oh,
he
it
did
is
block it,
blocked.
yeah. If he's not, so.
They should try and get the unblock. That feels kind of bad.
Yep. They have slightly pulled away. Back down bottom, a lot of harass going both ways early on, and Wraith King in some trouble. Jackie is going to give up an early first blood. Cuckoo and Zephyr just using the range constant harass to cause problems.
Yeah, they have a really aggressive lane bot. I think it's like really hard to deal with a DP when you're a melee hero, just because you like she just harasses you over and over again, and then you try and go for a last hit, and that's when she just like comes in with the siphon, and you just, it's so hard to play into.
That was sick from Carl. Got 2 last hits with Scorcher on the tower. Didn't even right click.
So free. He should free farm this lane, right? I feel like even if you're removing his
Yeah.
mana as an invoker, because he should go Quaswex, right? It's, you know, you're not stopping him. He's gonna just farm. He wants to get his Midas and just be as greedy as possible.
Yeah, we saw one out of nowhere Exo Invoker earlier today, but this does not scream Exo Invoker this game. You mentioned the importance of Spirit Vessel. Do you think he's just going to rush Spirit Vessel then?
I would hope so. I think the most important thing that they want to do is get that item. That's their timing, and then they just run at everyone. Because you have Relocate. I think your Arena Mars is going to be like your setup this game. Oh my god,
he got the heartbeat creep. This is how you win your lane mid. I've seen Carl do this at TI.
Yeah.
You just solo kill the enemy laner with this heartbeat, but
Or you die.
he got juked, and with the IOTP, he may just die. Bottle charge.
Ooh.
Keeps him alive for now. This is kind of hurting his lane, even if he does get out. This is not great for Carl. He's going to TP himself all the way back to base and survive.
That feels horrible.
Yeah. So, nice play by Gotcha Boy to kind of maybe bait him in there, knowing the IO could back him up.
Yeah, and like it's a really nice play as well for Io to make, because the creep wave is under Mars's tower, so he's not like threatened in any way.
Not like Io's going to stop this Morphling from pulling waves behind tower, whatever he's doing. Whoa! Sick arrow from Q. Almost got the kill there. Just got off the Shadow Realm in time. And with a bit of regen, he's going to survive. Zephyr has a Salt, but may just want to go back to base because he's out of mana too. That was very nice. And he's going to even steal this bounty rune away from Carl, but Carl does have a water rune to refill his bottle.
Yeah, he was back to the lane pretty quickly, actually, back to farming. He's just like topping the last hits right now. Feels good.
Yeah, feels good. I mean, speaking of topping last hits, Massa having a great time up top. The full gauntlets helm. This just looks like something straight out of, like, I don't know, low MMR pubs, but this is pro Dota now.
This is pro Dota.
It's like, if you showed someone this, there's so many times where like item builds come into popularity, and you'd like, if you showed this to someone a year ago, they would laugh at you. But this is what has become of the off lane.
Dude, it's like, you know, like, I love reading like Reddit comments about like, oh, you need to be the most selfless offlaner imaginable. You have to be the tank. You have to buy my pipe, and you have to be my bitch.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm buying 4 gauntlets. I'm going to be the carry now.
Armlet, yeah. watch how Cuckoo plays offlane. Like, this dude is like a carry player in disguise.
Absolutely. Oh, this is a really like. It's kind of funny how like I feel like Mars really wants to kill, and I feel like Bot really wants to kill, and we've only had one death so far in the laning stage.
I mean, you mentioned how good 23 Savage is. He's just a guy that doesn't usually get caught out on that low health, and doesn't really. I mean, I guess the IO doesn't have that kill threat, so until maybe Mars hits 6 or some kind of Invoker rotation, doesn't really feel like they have the ability to get kills up here.
Yeah, there's like a misconception about Morphling though, where people feel like you have to pick to kill, but picking to harass is just as important, because when you force a Morphling to like morph up, it means he has less agi, which means he can't like last hit as well. You can, and that means you can like disrupt his last hits and get more denies. It just like makes his game like really hard. It makes his lane much harder.
Keep him away from the creep wave, and they're going to rotate in bottom lane. The Invoker comes in. Cuckoo. It's going to be an easy find for Gacha Boy. That's earn charges, I believe. As 2 kills go his way. Great start for Gacha Boy. Double kill in the bottom lane. Yeah, gets the earn charges, and that's a good start for him with that rotation.
Easy peasy. It's always nice on Invoker when you have like the option to either come bot and rotate like that, or you can like just TP and react. So if anyone on T1 overextends, that's when Invoker is gonna like TP in and make it really hard. Because they have like a lack of chase on T1's heroes early on. There's not really any like jumps and leaps that you find in like spirits and stuff. So it feels like when you commit in, it's easy to go back.
Oh, they don't hit the brambles. Can they get this kill? The IO is trying to heal him back up in the trees. Carl wants to chase him down with the Scorched Earth. The damage is adding up, and yeah, they'll still get the kill, unfortunately, for Invoker.
I feel like that's a late collapse on mid. It's like 650. Usually you see a lot of supports come mid at like 510.
Yeah. It feels like an unconventional mid lane because of like Invoker and Doom. Like a Doom who just wants to farm, and Invoker who doesn't go bottle. So it's like, it's not like the Spirit matchup where 6-minute power runes are everything. At the same time, a Doom with an Arcane Rune using Doom, you feel pretty good about if you're Team 1.
For sure, yeah. I'm guessing that was just what they wanted to play off. Yeah, because Invoker, like, TPing bot kind of, like, disrupts that idea of, like, yo, come mid and let's do something.
Spear on the Morphling. Have they got the damage for this with an Invoker rotation?
Holy,
Jeez.
they sure did.
Way more than enough. Gacha Boy immediately finds another kill as soon as he comes back from death.
Yeah, he's playing really well right now. I think, like, him being active is exactly what Motivate.Trust need to do. If you sit back and let 23 Savage especially farm this game, it's just going to suck so much. And your kill, you want to go get all your kills, get your own charges, farm that vessel, apply pressure. I think they should, like, look, when you have heroes like Io with Mars, you should be trying to, like, take the top tower at some point. Maybe they're going to wait till the 10-minute timer with the card to do it. But they should definitely be looking to do it soon. Usually, like, you bring a bunch of heroes and try and take the tower.
Yep. Well, Death Prophet's at level 6 now and got Exorcism. Does look like Doom may be considering coming down bottom. Has a haste rune, so could look to turn this one around. They may be getting baited by Cuckoo here as Q leaps in, but Cuckoo just going to charge for it. Exorcism, giving a lot of movement speed here, and the Wraithkin gets back to tower, but doesn't have a point in the ultimate just yet. Who was so close to level 6, but didn't have mana anyway, so Carl gets the kill. Looks like it's just going to be the 1 kill for now.
That feels bad. I was thinking, when as a Wraith King do you feel like threatened enough by the offlane? Because that's when they choose to rotate usually. I've seen like, if your carry's really strong, like say you're a Monkey King and you're kind of like owning the offlaner, you will want to like sit in that lane and stay there for as long as possible nowadays. I think people are like more valuing protecting their tier 1 safe lane tower if they can. Just because of the amount of like map control it like gives you to keep it up. But yeah, if you can't lane, you gotta move eventually. And as a Wraith King, I feel like he actually is, after that first death, doing kind of okay.
Yeah.
Enough to like, keep staying in the lane. He doesn't want to like rotate top just yet.
Like, you know, we've talked sometimes about like strategic deaths where it's like, okay, you're out of health and mana, you buy out your items and you die, and it didn't hurt his game that much. Like, he's still farming pretty good in that safe lane.
Yeah, the only thing I don't see on Motivate.Trust here is like a support that benefits a lot from Wraith King going to the jungle. Like Mirana is, like you're okay seeing her bot to like take the waves and keep them off the tower, but it's not like a hero that wants like a blink dagger or something, or like really highly values levels. Mirana's just gonna like do her job this game no matter what, and I think since Invoker's going the vessel, it means Mirana doesn't have to be the one that like takes the lane and gets the item.
Okay. Motivate.Trust. Not sure what that Moonlight Shadow was about. Maybe thinking Mars could snipe the Morphling top or something, but they committed that one. Mars has the armlet completed. He is pretty, not entirely unkillable, especially if level 6 comes out on these supports. Lion and Willow, definitely high impact supports when they get those level 6s, as Q is fishing around this mid lane. And Tornado into Arrow, not a bad combo.
That's true. That's a good combo. That's the only way you're gonna kill this Willow.
Yeah. Otherwise, like, Shadow Realm, TP out or whatever. And Zephyr seems to know something's up. Yeah, he's pinging and hugging his tower, ready to dodge any kind of tornado that comes out, so.
Yeah, they're not showing many heroes on the map right now. I was chilling in the
Never
ancient.
mind, maybe. Did end up getting caught, but got the Shadow Realm off before the tornado hit, I think. Could still get this kill as Zephyr, yeah, double Starstorm hit's going to bring him down. So nicely done.
Oh, their card's gonna die though, which is pretty sad. It's nice to like convert kills into objectives.
Oh, but they've got relocate now, so out of position Cuckoo, who probably thought he was just in a 1v1 with a Wraith King and he could bully a bit. But now the relocate back. They're going to look to counterplay this as a 2-hero Earthspec that could be lined up perfectly and timed perfectly with a Doom there as well. But the Invoker's TP'd in, looking to turn this one around. They bring down the Mars with the finger. Morphling waving in once Boom Bell, but won't be able to get it. He's morphed into the Invoker, trying to show off his Invoker skills. But with a Ghost Walk, it looks like Gacha Boy is going to get himself back to safety. They'll trade Lion for Mars up top with the Cuckoo kill, so feels like Motivate.Trust should be okay with that.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, this was the nice TP reaction from Boka. He's getting his moves in. It's kind of sad though because like right now they're not taking any objectives on either team. It's just like a lot of like back and forth trading, and Doom's net worth is like accelerating this whole time.
Perhaps the good news is where Morphling's net worth is. Yeah. Nice little find from Zephyr.
I feel like that's the best part about Willow.
Ooh, he's getting his Zephyr. Master doesn't have ultimate right now. Yeah, it's still on cooldown for quite a while, so they're fishing. They may just catch a Lion instead. Yeah, poor Whitemon. Just trying to bail out his buddy there. He may have, I don't know, it almost looked like Willow was going to be fine regardless, but Gacha Boy hit him with the tornado. Morphling's net worth is not in the best place, though. Is that something T1 have to be concerned about, or is it still going okay because of how well Doom's doing?
Your Doom is definitely the one that you're like focusing on farming up right now. Because someone has to have like a bad time, and Morphling is the one that's having that bad time for now. It's just that lane is really hard into Marzai just because of how much they can harass. But like, think about the good things that are happening. Like Morphling is like not hard farming the jungle so that he can keep defending his top tower. They're keeping the map like 50-50 right now for both teams because like him and like Wraith King are still sitting in front of their towers and not giving it up. And you're kind of okay with that. It's not like the best thing for your game, but it's the best thing for Carl's game.
Okay. Well, Master's game is about to get really good with this big fat Ancient stack if he gets to farm that, which he's really the best hero to do so.
It's like, can anyone farm it? Like he can bash it with his W, but he's not like
armlet bash it. He'll slowly farm it. He's maxed it out. It's a 10-second cooldown. That's solid damage.
Oh, look at him go.
Yeah, he's loving this.
Oh.
He's like, I'm the carry now. Wraith King's the one who's having to apply pressure, but needs to be careful because T1 are there ready to defend their Ancients, but by forcing T1 to defend them, Master just uncontested, gonna get all this farm, nice and juicy.
Yeah, their timings are the Vessel and Master's Blink. When they have that, that's when they start to make the plays. I think that's why they're not like trying too hard to like go mid or go top or whatever. They're kind of just content to say, look, you know, we're stacking our Ancients, we're gonna get our items, and then when we have them, that's when we go full thrall. Not
the easiest. You're right. What didn't end up being the easiest. They do get it, but that had to use like he was spearing Ancients and stuff. But that got him like a good 600-700 gold towards that Blink Dagger, which is almost complete. So
yeah, and like you can see, Motivate.Trust are kind of in like farming mode because all of their wards are like pretty defensive right now. I think both teams are actually just playing the same-ish way. I think T1 are definitely like the team that are happier to farm for longer. Like they want to farm for as long as possible, and Motivate want to farm just till they get their key items, and then they want to play.
Yeah, I mean the combo we haven't even talked about, Morph Dark Willow. Is that is that just going to win them the late game on some level?
It's definitely something that helps secure it. There's they have like a AoE control on Motivate.Trust, so it's not like the worst thing when he does get it. Like maybe if you get like Deafening Blast off, it's okay, or you just tornado him in the middle of the realm.
Well, Motivate.Trust have to be thinking they want to make those plays fairly soon. Now they've already done nice job with the relocate to set up some kills on parts of the map, but with Blink Dagger coming out, Master's going to be thinking about bigger finds, and they're pinging the smoke. They know this is the item timing. Invoker's Vessel, like you said, the Blink Dagger on Mars. They really want to free up this map for Jackie just to get his farm on. Yeah,
like now you want to give the Ancients to Jackie. Like, Master, you've had your fun. There's this is like this smoke as well is something that they need to use to get deep wards down, because they were chilling with defensive wards so that they could get their farm safely, but now like you can't make plays into fog. It's really hard. I mean, you can try and teams do it, but usually it's off the fact of like, oh, we force a hero to respond to this shoved in wave, oh, this hero showed on this ward, blah blah, this lane, and then they go make a play somewhere else. But yeah, like you need to get some deeper wards down so you can make the best use of your blink dagger.
Yeah. Unfortunately for them, they get scattered out. So Dire had a nice ward down, fairly defensive on top. I mean, you mentioned T1's plans to farm, so they scattered the Mars blink, and they'll give up the top tower. But here we go, battle over this top rune. Nice blink in. They get the spear. The Hex was there, but it was half a second too late, so Carl got caught by that one, but does keep himself alive. The IO tether trying to bail out Master's Mars here as he gets relocated out of there. And both teams looking to disengage as Cuckoo charging forward with the Exorcism. Q's going to be forced to use at least one leap charge, and looks like he's going to get back to safety. Relocate back in. They miss time. The arrow, I think that was the Morphling's arrow. 23 Savage goes waving in. They've lost the Doom to start things off here. IO has been sniped here. 23 Savage once more on the Morphling, but he's a bit low on mana, and Jackie just shredding them on the backlines. This Wraith King says, I can get involved. He's got a Blink Dagger with the armlet. His right-click damage, something that T1 have to fear and run away from.
Well, it's nice seeing carries get involved.
Yeah.
I think like the best teams I've seen like find ways to have their carry like finish their farming route somewhere around like an objective, because when you take a fight around mid like this, it's great because as you can see on the screen, they are taking a tower off of it. Usually teams like, you don't just mindlessly like put wards down like in random places, or you don't just like mindlessly smoke to random places to look for kills, because if you can't get something from a kill, it doesn't really do anything for you.
And probably for 23, he's happy to get involved because he doesn't have to show up and initiate. He's just there, like he's the last one to show up to a fight. So he's like, okay, I get to see everybody, find the right target.
Yeah, that first jump from Mars was it kind of highlighted a little bit of an issue with Motivate's draft, which is that they don't have a lot of damage, because Invoker's still Quas Wax right now. He's gonna have to get more levels in Exort as the game goes on. But yeah, there was like very little follow-up to burst down Carl's Doom. And
also, if he got Hex before the spear, I feel like that could have gone very badly for them.
Yeah, like really bad. Like, whoo. Like T1 if they find someone, if they catch someone, if they get like a pick off with Doom, Willow, Lion, all these heroes and Morphling, they all have such high magic bursts that anyone that they catch dies. Motivates is just a little bit slower to go down. Jackie, when he gets his Deso, then they're gonna start to have like the explosive like burst power, I think.
Instantly gets a couple neutral items from bursting on those newts. Yeah, Deso trying to get as fast as possible. They've, you know, also relying somewhat on Massa in the front lines, I guess, with his armlet build. I mean, it's kind of typical Mars build, but you do some decent damage with God's Rebuke. Not having to play around the bulwark. There's no like range carry to worry about in the traditional sense.
Yeah, I actually saw that. Speaking of that, I saw the funniest lane ones. I cannot remember for the life of me what pro it was, but it was just this Morphling laning into a Mars, and he was just using his bulwark constantly. So there's a fight. Go, go!
That's all you see.
Nope, they're dead. Alright, nice.
Too late. Missed
Nice.
it. Moments passed.
Easy. Alright, yeah, but this Mars just kept pressing his E
Just to mess with them.
to mess with every single last hit. Dude, this Morphling was losing his mind. It was the funniest thing. He got so many denies off
It's
of
a
it.
pretty value point too. It's like 40% damage block at level 1. There was early game today against a Drow Ranger where this Mars is like, level 2 I'm getting Bulwark. I don't need Spear.
You don't need spear. Yeah, that used to be the build. I remember when Drow was really OP and Mars was also really OP, and you just like Drow was like one of the only carries that could like lane into Mars like really well. So you would just end up having to go Bulwark level 2, or else you just couldn't lane. Yeah, now that the mid tower's down for Motivate.Trust, it just means they can play like more aggressively and try and make moves into the enemy's jungle. They're smoked up now, trying to look for something.
For T1, is there any kind of, are they looking to make a smoke teamfight of their own, or are they just trying to avoid this and farm? How do you see them responding to this? Like, do they even need like contest a Roshan, for example?
I don't think they want to fight for Roshan anytime soon, because I don't think they're strong enough to do it. It's kind of rough because you don't want to give it away either, but there's nothing you can really do until you hit your timings. If I'm T1, I'm imagining they're probably waiting for like Death Prophet BKB. I'm not sure what Morphling is buying right now. Oh, he's going for Manta. Yeah, having Manta would be pretty nice as well, so you can purge off the vessel. But like, it's still kind of hard for him to fight without like more items.
T1, yeah. They're on the opposite side of the map while Roche going down.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do. It's really hard. I don't know what Doom has his BKB, but like when they get blink, that's when they're gonna be able to actually take proper fights because then you can just like blink, Doom the invoke or whatever, and start a proper fight that way. I think giving Master the Aegis here is that a mistake? I mean, I'm guessing it's intentional because he's like the strongest right now, but
he's gonna be frontlining and maybe worried about getting doomed. Cuckoo, they see him. Nice, fine with the Sunstrike giving vision. Massa is just right on top of him as T1 getting constantly just wherever they go, they're being hunted.
yeah, this is like Motivate.Trust now just have to like take over this game with this Aegis. It's real rough for T1 right now. I'll be real.
It feels like Ai is a good hero to take over a game because you can punish the split push when you can relocate in. You just have to send like one hero to maybe lead off with a stun.
Yeah, I'm trying to just like think why they gave the Aegis to Mars because I feel like the only way that you lose a fight right now is if Doom gets his blink and he like blink dooms your invoker, and then like say they, it's just a Mars, right?
Yep.
He's not that.
All flame players, man, they get this new full gauntlet like, build and they're just like, we're kings of Dota now. We make the rules. Like full gauntlet helm, stealing your Aegis, like.
Yeah, because your Maz is all he needs to do is arena, and if he doesn't arena, like say he gets doomed instead, then your invoker can still cover you. But when you have an Aegis, it's literally like an anti-doom device. Like if you're T1, your fight is like, okay, yeah, we doom invoker, we take a good fight. But if your invoker has an Aegis, then it's like, okay, we doom invoker, he dies, but then he comes back and he's still there.
Yeah, it's funny, like, even seeing that push, it, like, maybe highlights how they're going to approach this, where Invoker's literally sitting back and playing like a support. He's just alacritying his Mars. Mars is, like, alacrity me with an armlet. GoDz Rebuke, he's going to hit, like, some, like, 500, 600 crits, maybe. That is, it's pretty serious damage at some point.
Yeah, I respect it. I guess, like, when you're feeling, like, top of the world, like, strongest, like, hero on the team, maybe, bar the Wraith King.
Yeah, and even the Wraith King, it feels like he gets kited more so than the Mars does, potentially. Sunstrike fishing. Uh-oh. Motivate.Trust from one kill to the next. There's that 500 plus crit, and that I think was without the alacrity.
That's nice. We like to see it.
I want to see Massa go more damage, but there's not really any great damage items to get on Mars. Like, you've already got the Deso on Wraith King.
That makes me so sad. Whenever I play Mars, I'm like, I'm having a great game. I really want to buy Deso, and I have like a PA or something, or a Wraith King, and they have it. It's like, you're ruining my life. That's when you go AC.
Almost blows up the Willow in one. There's Narrow there to stop any TP out, and yep, Massa dominating.
There's a DD room
right
now.
Wraith King, he's in deep. He's got backup coming. They've taken out one life. Can they take out two? He gets the blink in. Arena catches out two. Great initiation coming in from Massa. Has he got the damage to follow this one up with Cuckoo's BKB on Death Prophet? He's actually the one hunting them. Nice heal from the IO. Gets them back nice and healthy as they relocate away. And looks like Motivate.Trust going to just disengage.
Now they spotted the DD rune.
Juicy, juicy. Who takes it? They both went for it. Like, they literally both turned to pick it up at the same time. And Massa, these freaking offlanes, man.
This is like mud.
Oh. He got the Morph Strength off. He's going to stay alive for now. The Sunstrike doing some good damage. Is there a GoDz Rebuke? Massa can't quite. There we go. He finishes them off with the GoDz Rebuke. Morphling is down, and this is why he takes the Aegis. This is why he takes the double damage. Mars, the true carry of this team.
All right. Well, now he's not going to frontline anymore. I would hope it's Jackie's turn. You go stand in front of the tower. I think they could probably go high ground with this, or at least force Morphling's buyback.
25 sec. I wonder if Morphling even wants to buy back here. He may just be happy to give up a tower or no glyph to play around for the time being. I think Massa will get hit by the crown. It's slowing it down. He is still frontlining. That's bold from them. Perhaps just thinking the IO backup is enough as they BKB on Massa going for the sidelines. They catch Whitemon. He was trying to make a little sneaky play. Yeah. Good question. What was he doing?
What was he doing? He was distracting them. They didn't get the high ground. All right, well, now is the time to like reset and not throw the game. This is like the part of the game where you can do that because you don't have Aegis anymore. Okay. You know, the game's wide open.
Game plan is don't throw.
That is true. I think T1 now, they just gotta wait for Doom to come back off cooldown. Same with DP ult, and then they can maybe make a play.
Yeah. I just noticed, by the way, Miranda, that this is like pubs. You see your offlaner doing some greedy ass shit, and this Miranda's like, get me in this. I'm in the greed.
She
Straight
buying
ags.
Nags.
Not even like a straight ags. No Yules. I mean, you don't need the Vessel. Your Invoker got it, so. He had Yules queued up at the start, and I guess just decided, we don't need Yules. We got Tornado.
The ags is so like. I don't play Mirana. Does it feel good? It literally.
It feels so good.
It does.
I play a lot of Mirana. I love getting ags. It's just more damage, and you can can farm a creep wave by throwing arrows at it with the Starstorm. So it feels really nice.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
And then whenever you're going for a kill and you like with an arrow sip, it just feels like you've got like it doubles your damage output almost.
Oh, I have a lot of pauses in this game. This is tactical. This is a horribly tactical pause.
You're a caster now. You can't say stuff like that. No, this is a technical pause. Sorry. I know English is not your first language.
That's what I meant. I didn't know it was the T word.
Yeah, there was a T in there somewhere. Technical pause.
Technical pause.
Something Discord, you know.
Motivate.Trust don't have any dwarves down because he got dewarded. Oh no.
Boss is like, thank you. Thanks for the hex. I get the kill now.
Yeah, so something nice that Motivate were doing pre having their wards dewarded was they had one ward, as you can see, bot on the map in their own jungle, and then they had one in the enemy jungle, which they've now placed again during their smoke. And what it just does is like when you're in a back foot position as a team, you tend to like try and find spicy places to farm. Namely being the enemy's jungle, because they're not playing in their own jungle, they're trying to play on your side of the map and take that space. So when you leave a little ward in your own jungle, it just means you see these like passing carries like trying to farm, and that's when you can do like relocate plays, or you can smoke back into your own jungle to kill them. Ooh, looks like T1 are finally timing.
Speaking of spicy plays, they feel like this is it. Their smoke gets popped though. Ayo's on the high ground. Boombell could be in some trouble with the hex there, but they have other targets in mind. Doom, can he find a good target? Doesn't look like it for now. Jackie in the front lines with the reincarnation. They've already killed off the Invoker, so this could be a nice kill if they can get it. But they've got to kill him twice. The Fear waits for him, but he gets the BKB blink out. Jack Boys gets back to safety. Oh no, I didn't think it was a blink out. It was a relocate out, it looks like. So they know this Io is about to come back in. And he's got a Bramble waiting for him, so Motivate.Trust may just have to suck up their losses here, but Morphling died during that fight, so...
I didn't even see that.
That must have been on the side somewhere, because I didn't see that either.
Yeah,
so that makes it quite an even fight in the end, which considering T1 are the ones who thought they had a timing, Motivate.Trust probably feel pretty good about.
Oh no, I bet T1 feel really good because they managed to kill Invoker and Io while still having Doom. So now they're still able to fight. I think if they used Doom there and lost their Morphling, I think you're really sad because now you're like on a time again where you have to wait for your cooldowns. But they could, yeah, they're just smoking up. I'm gonna go again.
Round 2. Feeling like this is their timing, trying to get their way around these wards. Cuckoo, maybe not the best here to be in the front to pop a smoke. He doesn't find any kind of target to go on here. Instead, it's going to be the Wraith King blinking in. Gets caught by the Hoof Stomp. Poor Death probably getting very, very low to start things off, but they've already lost the Wraith King. He didn't have his reincarnation back, so it's a very bold play for him to blink in and try stun someone without the ultimate. And Motivate.Trust get punished for it.
That has to be some bad mistake.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It is a low cooldown once you get that level 3 reincarnation, but not that low. He hasn't even got level 3, so yeah, it's just level 2, which is why it wasn't up yet.
Like, prior to that fight, the cliff that they fought under, that had Motivate's ward on. So when the smoke broke on, like, Doom and Death Prophet, they saw them both. Like, he knew they were both there. Maybe he had, like, a misconception of whether Doom had been used in the previous fight or something. I'm not sure.
Maybe thought Io was going to bail him out. Who knows?
I'm not sure. That was, yeah, that sucks though.
Is effort? He's okay.
He's fine. Guys, I definitely have my entire team behind me.
Yeah.
Definitely, please.
DD Rune is spawned, and so is Roshan about to 5 seconds from now. This may just... Now with Doom, this is like worst possible Roche respawn. No, well, Exorcism comes up, but no Doom. And Roche, is he going to stick around? Yep. Free Roche for Motivate.Trust, you have to imagine.
I think this time they're like, Mars, you can't have the Aegis this time, bro. He's like, no,
Who do you think?
please, I'm definitely taking it. He's like, don't even
Jackie?
try. To be fair, they could probably just give it to Master again. But
It looks like Wraith King's opening up a slot for something.
nope, Mars time. I'm guessing.
Maybe Wraith King got the shard, it looks like? Yeah, he's got the shard, so doesn't have to worry about the mana drain. Or just throwing out as many stuns as he wants.
At this point, you're kind of sad as T1. Like, you don't want to give up the second Aegis for free like that. It's like important now that they like consider how they want to take these fights, because usually a first Aegis can be used just to close the map off and make the, you know, increase your amount of net worth and make the game harder. But with the second Aegis, that's when you tend to start trying to close out the game.
Wraith King's got that exact idea in mind. Pokes the high ground with some skellies and forces a fortification. Don't think there's any more creep waves, so backdoor protection should kick in soon. But he wants this tower, and he... nope, backdoor protection's there, so he's going to have to back off.
They force so many TPs now, so they have like a lot of options open to them.
Yep.
You don't have to like instantly go high ground when you take an Aegis, because an Aegis is 5 minutes long. Maybe you spend 4 minutes of the Aegis closing the map or farming, and then you spend the last minute like trying to, well, maybe the last 2 minutes trying to go high ground. What? I'm guessing it's up to them. Like, do they feel strong enough to take a 5-on-5 team fight?
Ooh, gets forced in some trouble here. He's going to lose his first life for nothing, which means he's going to value his second life very heavily as Io dies in this process. He tethered way too far in. Massa on the front lines has his BKB. He's still got the Aegis to play around, but this Io not able to really do a whole lot, as he does have the outpost, so he does get to TP right back into the middle of the fight, but that is a great hold from T1.
What a force-off. What an actual Chad move.
Was that the Lion? Or who force-staffed him, did you see?
Looks like Lion has one, yeah. What a
Oh,
cool play.
Yeah, just force-staffs him in with the Hex, and they just get their first Wraith King life for free.
This is what I'm saying, though. Like, that must have been planned to some degree. Like, they're saying, like, if they move up, we'll, like, execute it like this. Because they all seemed really ready to, like, get on top of that move.
Motivate.Trust were not ready at all.
Yeah.
But they are ready to re-engage. They want this Doom before he can pop the Doom. And it looks like they will be able to bring him down without a buyback. Great play from Massa, using the Aegis to kind of make some bold moves, and they may just get a Rax off of this. T1 were not ready for that play.
What can you do? Where was Lion? 'Cause he needed to force staff him out of that.
And with that, Motivate. They're in again. It's Massa. The off-lane boss sets up another kill on the Dark Willow with another spear. He's pretty far in, though. Will lose his first life. Has a second. Maybe going to be relying on an IO save here. Is there a relocate out? Yep, perfectly timed. He precast it while he was respawning.
That's a shame. That's called BKB used as well.
And
They link into the IO. Two
they're
balls.
trying to bail him out. No, they're not going to be able to do anything to punish the relocate being used. And back on the high ground they go with Jackie there. Can they make another 4-star play? Carl's back, ready to go with the Doom, but he's not really being able to find too many good targets for it. It's pretty hard when the frontliners are a Wraith King and a Mars with an Aegis. Not to mention the Invoker has a Linken's.
Yeah, Invoker's been playing really well, actually. I think we only saw him die kind of poorly once. Otherwise, he's played, like, his positioning is amazing. Like, let's go Phyllis.
Yeah.
I'll get you, boy.
We love him. He does all the interviews. And he loves all the interviews.
Yeah, his tag, I love interview.
He changed it to something a bit weirder. But yeah, we're not going to talk about that. I don't know if hopefully he's changed it since the change. And maybe it's I hate interviews again, but I love interviews again, sorry. But here we go. T1, smoke up, making their move. What can they find? Both teams smoked up. Going around this mid lane, Blinken, he gets the BKB off before the Wraithfire Sun can hit him. There's Kuku on the front line. He's going to commit the X's and try and bring down the Wraith King's first life. They've got a second life now to worry about. BKB on Massa. He's gone in for the spear. They get the Doom out. I believe it's on. No, it's not onto Jackie. He got the Linken's out, and the Doom instead is going to be onto the Mars. Can they bring down this Mars? He's being healed up by the Io. The Io trying to keep him alive, but with the Earth Spike, it's not going to be enough to get the kill because he gets relocated out. Great play from the Io, but 23 Savages in. He's turned into the Invoker. He's trying to find some more kills for them, but it's just a Mirana for now. 23 Savage just not quite having the lockdown to get the initial kills, but has a follow-up on the Io, who did end up relocating back into the middle of them, and T1 probably happy with the outcome there.
Oh, Oh, that's sad. That reload was so close. They just didn't have. I mean, for a team with so much burst damage, they just weren't able to burst him down. It was so tanky. Oh, yeah. You're gonna be a little stung not being able to kill off cores there. And you had Cuckoo buyback in that fight too.
The fact Massa is so far, it actually matters. Like without an AC there, he's dying to all that damage, or even just the morbid Massa that he can God's Rebuke and heal like a shit ton of health is pretty important.
Yeah, they're actually just smoking straight up again. They have no spells. They have no Finger, no Doom, no Exorcism.
They got no fear.
No fear, yeah! What would be more strong, no fear or fearless?
Next in the Earth Spike, and they got the damage for this one. It's Massa. Where's the Io? He's dead. No body to save you here, but Massa's just going to turn and fight and take out the Morphling with a Spear plus God Rebuke Massa. He's the king of this game. 3 kills go their way. That is demoralizing, and more than demoralizing, it's terrible for their chances of winning this game.
Oh my god, he did not get Strength Moth off. Oh no, no, no. Oh, that's so bad. That's bad. That's probably like what's gonna lead to the end of the game. They don't have buyback one more thing. That's at least another set of racks for free.
It's put him in a very deep hole at the bare minimum.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what the idea was behind that smoke, because I kind of respected the smoke they did earlier, which was like, okay, like let's try and fight them before they get into our base. But I didn't see the purpose of that one. Maybe it was just to try and kill someone before I was like available again to get the reload save. I can see it, yeah.
Oh, they're having fun though. See, I just saw him surrounded by a Dagon.
Dude, this is like what everyone dreams of. When you just can buy whatever you want.
I mean, off everyone. That's the thing. Everyone on their team, other than maybe like the Io, is having. I mean, Io's having fun because he's making some sick plays, but he's having to do like conventional Dota stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Massa and Q are having an amazing time.
Dude, like, what are the Mirana builds? You want me to buy Vessel? Oh, Invoker has Vessel. You want me to buy Greaves, Meg? Oh no, I already has it. Sure, I'll go Dagon.
Yeah, the team probably just said, buy whatever you want. What do we, we went to kind of the start, maybe some slight damage issues, and Mirana's like, gotcha. Ags, Dagon.
Easy peasy. Yeah, no, I actually fully respect it. I love it. Do you remember that game ages ago, that pro one, where everyone on the team bought Dagon?
The TI one with EG?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That was the best.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
Oh, yeah. That game in itself, like, kept Dagon a relevant item, because before that it was kind of like this meme item that no one would buy except maybe a Tinker every now and then. And that game happened, and now it's like, right.
Yeah, and
I'm still alive.
It's nice too, because when you're arenaing these heroes, it feels like they're not dying in the arenas and they're getting BKBs off. So if you get a lot more burst with the Dagon, then yeah, maybe they do die. Maybe it's free.
For T1, they're in kind of turtle mode now. And not necessarily any big items that are maybe coming their way. Carl at bottom blinks out, but Massa's there to chase him, but gets the BKB off.
That was the greediest Q of his life. He'll regret that till the end of time.
Massa or who?
Doom.
Oh, going for the Devour?
Yeah, just cheeky little bit of gold. No,
it's worth it. Yeah, he's already on the 6-second BKB, right? It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah, there's no arena now.
I think if Massa went for the spear first instead of the arena and maybe, made he could have maybe clutched it. I think going for the arena means Doom is most likely getting that BKB off.
Yeah, the arena gives you the vision, but just guess. It's fine.
We go for the style point. So 23 Savage has the Ags. I don't know how long ago he picked it up, but this is their late game prayer. This is the please, Dota gods, please can 23 Savage carry us. Ags, Willow Morph.
I think they can win on T1 if they get Refresher Doom off on like Invoker Mars, because then I can only save one person.
Yeah.
And then you're able to just take down the Wraith King's like 2 lives.
Still feels like a big if when there's Lincolns, and it seems like Motivate.Trust just are getting free Roche after free Roche, so there's going to be Aegis in play too.
Yeah, and there's another Roche coming out soon.
Roche 3, so that's Refresher or Ag Scepter.
I think if Wraith King gets an Ags, that makes T1 really sad. 'Cause you're dooming them, but then they're just still alive after their death. Ooh.
That Shadow here. They come. They smoked out T1, but Jack always says, I'm just going to jump in as soon as I see you. BKB from Cole used pretty early here. They're going to take out Jackie's first life. Can they deal with his second? They've lost the Willow, who's going to instantly buy back. Cuckoo with the BKB Exorcism. Can't find a good target to go on here. And with the Aeon Disc, Mirana's still alive. He's the one who actually got doomed up, so they're going to take out the Mirana. The pesky Ags Mirana goes down. They've got a second Doom. It's on the Mars. Can he get bailed out? He can. The relocate is going to keep him alive for now. They know the Eye is coming back in. They leave the Bramble there, awaiting his return, but it seems like T1 don't want to fight him on the return because buyback from Mirana means this fight is all but over, as Zephyr is going to go down in the process. And he just bought back.
To steal the kill, but he missed.
He's trying to steal every kill. Well, let me go high ground here. No buyback on either Willow or Death Prophet. It's all up to the Morphling, and you can't morph into that Willow. They're just going for the tier 4s. What have you got, T1? Say Motivate.Trust, and Reincarnation already back up. They've got a fortification, but an Alacrity Wraith King is about to just shred through their buildings. Blinking with a Hoof Stomp, there's still no Dooms. And Morphling is really the only damage they've maybe got to try and fight this one, but with Io just there to kind of sit behind them, this is just looking like a hopeless defense from T1. They're slowly whittling away at the Wraith King, but that's just his first life, and now they're going to focus the Throne here. They've got to try and delay and buy time, but for what? It's still 25 seconds without the Willow, 30 seconds without the Death Prophet, and the Throne is just going to get focused down, and it's GG. T1 get defeated, and we are going to a Game 3, Sheepo.
We are actually going to a Game 3. Dude, how good do you feel taking a game from T1? Is this another reverse taking game like
Yeah.
with Obi Neon?
It doesn't feel like, you can't say like reverse. Best of 3, it feels
Like
like it's not really a
reverse
reverse sweep, but yeah.
It's kind of reverse.
Kind of, yeah.
Eh.
I mean, this is kind of a feel-good win because it feels like, you know, it was very kind of strategic, draft-wise and just play-wise. Like, they weren't making any, like, sick, super flashy plays. Well, maybe the Mars was, but
The Mars was pretty baller all game.
it was very methodical from Motivate.Trust.
Yeah, it was really nice to play it. Honestly, like, big shouts outs to Invoker for not, like, for playing it, positioning so well, he didn't need an Aegis. Like, big props. Honestly, they played their lanes really well. They played the mid game really well. They played patiently. They got their timings. They took over. I like that a lot.
Awesome. Well, we have ourselves a Game 3, so you guys at home are probably happy. We're happy. We're going to head to a quick break, come back, break down this game, and get ourselves ready for that juicy Game 3. We'll see you there.